Hey everyone, this is Miss Adler. Today we're going to do pumpkin pies with a dollop of whipped cream, and this is in honor of Wayne Thibaud, the artist who made famous all the desserts in a bakery and donuts, and he was part of the pop art movement. And I also have a wonderful story about him from CBS Sunday Morning that you guys can watch. It's also his 100th birthday, and he is still alive and kicking. And I love doing his desserts in a row, and they're just a lot of fun, and it makes you happy. And whether you like pies or ice cream or gumballs, they're just amazing. So today we're going to do a pie, but this time instead of using oil pastels, you can use crayons, colored pencils, your markers, anything that that you have on hand. And the pumpkin colors are going to be like the Van Gogh's bouquet of flowers, orange, brown, and yellow. And orange is the main color, but we're going to add tone shading to the pie, and some lighting and shadowing to just show some more dimension to our pies. And here we go. We start with, you can start with a pencil, and I am going to draw a straight line somewhere in the middle of my page, just a straight line. It doesn't have to go across, just a line. And from that line, from where I stopped, I'm going to draw another line going out so that it's at an angle. And after I draw the line, I'm going to connect the two lines going outward with a curved line. Then I'm going to do the side of the pie, and I'm going to draw two vertical lines that are going to go down, and then connect the two vertical lines on the bottom to show the side of your pie. And right below this angle and nearest the curved line, draw another vertical line going just beyond the vertical line, and then a horizontal line underneath the horizontal line for the side of the cake, the filling, and connect with your pencil. And on the top of the angle and the curved line, I'm going to draw a short line, maybe like the length of my fingernail, and I'm going to draw a wavy line to connect to the line by the vertical line. So now I have my pie with the filling, the bright, the graham cracker crust. And now I'm going to rest my pie on a plate, and I'm going to draw again, just like with the cakes, a C shape from anywhere around the outer edge of your pie. I'm going to draw a curved C, and then I'm going to draw another curved C on the other side, and connect the two lines. And also I'm going to draw that dollop of whipped cream, and I draw a a curved, like a sideways C or a U. And then I'll draw a curved line like an S going backwards, and then complete the whipped cream with a curved line. Could look like a teardrop. And afterwards, and then you can use an eraser, if I can find mine here, to just clear out that line of the pie. So I said just draw light. And now our fun part is the color. And also, just like with the cake and the sunflowers, we need to quickly draw a tabletop, and so that our pie is not floating in air, I have a line going from the outer edge of the plate to the outer edge of the paper. So now we can color in our pies. And for our shading, it's black in a color, or you can use other colors like blue and that color. So when we are doing the coloring of our pies, I'm going to use the technique of cross hatching, and I'm going to use the yellow first to cross hatch and make short lines, and then I'm going to go on the other side so it looks like you're crisscrossing each line. So you can be going in one direction, and then you can take your crayon and go in the other direction. This works very well with colored pencils too. And so I'm working both colors at the same time. You would do the same cross-hatching technique with the orange. So I would, you can color it in just like you would any other use of the crayon, but this is just another technique and way of mixing colors with a crayon or a colored pencil. So I'm adding yellow and orange to the top of my pie. And right now it looks like lemon pie, but I'm going to go back over it with orange. You can also, if you want, you can do a scribble to color in. I'm going over the yellow as a scribble. This is just to add a texture and also another way to mix the colors if you want. Your hands will kind of get tired a little bit. And then I add more yellow. This is just to show the lighting. The pie is still going to be an orange, but the top part is more of a yellow orange. Then on the bottom, you would use the brown and orange, and I'll do the scribble again to color in the orange. And it's okay if it goes outside the lines. But you're also going to mix the brown to show some shadowing in this pumpkin pie. So you're coloring in at the same, I'm coloring in at the same time the orange and the brown. So now you can see the pie slice is coming to life with some color. And so it's still an orange, but it's a brownish orange, and it is the side of your pie. And then the crust is brown, but we're also going to mix some white also with the brown. So if you didn't think that you could use white with anything, you can use it with mixing colors and making tints. Tints are for adding white to a color, and shadows are for adding black to a color. But a lot of times you can add lighter colors, make a color lighter, by adding another color other than white or black. So I'm going to just take some white, and you can go over with the over the brown, and it'll lighten the brown up. You can do the same with the whipped cream. You can put white, even though you can't see it on the video. You can see it in the light in person if you use white, because then you're going to go back and you're going to make a shadow with the whipped cream by just lightly coloring in with blue, or you can use black lightly and mix it in with the white again, and that will make a shadow effect for your whipped cream. And now is the background. When you finish the pie, we're not done, you can start coloring in your background. And I am going to use some crayons that I peeled that you can use as a background. So they say they have no clothes on, but they're really handy when they have the paper off, because then you can cover more around your paper to make a background. But you can also, with the cakes, make a real nice gaudy wallpaper if you'd like. On the table, you can make a really cool diamond type of checkerboard with for the tablecloth. Lots to do here. The next thing that we're going to do is the shadowing, more shadowing of our plate. And this time I'm going to use blue, and the shadow is going to go right behind my pie near the crust area. And again, I'm just going to rub my crayon, but you can also do a crosshatch to show a shadow from your plate. And I'm having it go off the plate too. And finally, just to give it a little bit more oomph and some definition, you can go back with a marker or a crayon and go over your pie and your plate to make a just to define the shapes and the lines so they don't fade. You can also use a dark color, the blues and the purples, just as well, instead of the black. You can also mix the colors too. So instead of brown and orange, you can also, mix the blue, just like with the shadow. Like I said, you can mix other colors than black and white to make shadowing, and white for tinting, make things lighter. So I am almost done with this pie, and I think I might do just some shadowing underneath the plate too, just by coloring it in with more pressure on my paper. Wrapping around the C shape. And there you have it. You have a pie on a plate with examples of shadows and tints, and also value, where we're making one color dark and light. And in this case, the pumpkin pie uses a base of orange, but making it light and dark with a lighter color yellow and the darker color brown. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and I look forward to talking to you soon.